So, girls,
tell them where we're at.
We are
the new property.
We are at the new property.
We are at our new homestead. So are y'all excited?
Yeah.
Y'all really are?
Yeah.
You ready to start cutting limbs and be able to get in here somehow or another?
Yeah.
And then that way I'll be able to come my tree that
We can start with the driveway.
We start a new journey.
And this is going to be the new
Starting
journey
today.
of the homestead. Basically, you know, we do have a homestead already, but this is increasing our size of our homestead. This is being more self-sustainable, as in more area to cover so we can have more animals, more everything that goes with the homesteading situation, because we're limited right now where what we can and can't do where we're at now. Now granted, right now where we're at, we're only renting, so we're limited, and there's ordinances, so we can only do so many things. Here on this piece of land there is no ordinances. We can do anything we want to. So that's just how it is. On something there ain't no ordinances on, I presume everybody knows, you know, you can do anything.
Alright guys, so we're gonna do just a quick walkthrough right now because I do have a camera I want to set out, and we're just gonna walk through and see. Levi's in the car asleep, so we gotta get him up and get him moving because I know he likes to walk
The
too.
car is right there.
Yeah.
I know it's not, the camera is not on the car, it's not in frame, but the car is literally 5-10 feet from it.
There's the car. Alright guys, so let's go tour the property. Alright guys, there is like 2 or 3 of these. This is where they actually this is where the old logging deck was, one of them. So it's a lot of old broken down pieces of wood and stuff.
Compost, basically.
Yeah, it's basically compost. It's already did the work for us. So we're gonna walk on back here, and that's where we're gonna set the camera at. Alright guys, and there's another one right there where the they cut the trees and stuff. You can see where there's old pieces of firewood, I guess you want to call it. It's where nothing's grown. Everything's just rotted away over the years. And how long is that pile? How long would you say it was?
100 feet, 150 feet.
Yeah. So we're going to continue on back. And right through there.
You can see the field a little bit.
Yep, you can see the green area through there. That's the field that, the food plot, I should say. Look at that, y'all. Once again, you're pulling trees up and I ain't got it on camera. Alright, Courtney, come back this way, please. Now, these girls wanted to go and deer hunt for Youth Day, so I'm going to go back here and set up a camera. Ouch. On the best place that I think that would be for us to sit on the ground and us to hunt. Alright, go ahead, Daddy. He couldn't take it no longer. He had to knock something down. Alright guys, so we were just walking through the property and we seen this the other day when we were waiting on the perk test people to get here. But right behind me is a water hole. Now, me and Steven were just thinking, and I just asked him, I was like, all these old properties, they have old, what you want to call them? Springs, underground springs. And right here was where the water table is super low from looking at the maps. So, I was telling Steven, he needs to bring a shovel out here and dig a hole and let's see if we can find some running water. But that's what, I mean.
Yeah, hey y'all, we might have lucked it out for this. Because there's water in it, and granted it did rain, but
there's other low spots in there.
Even since it even did rain and it's wet there, it was wet here even the days that it didn't rain and we were out here.
Probably 2 weeks, yeah.
More than 2 weeks. Even from when we first looked at it, it was wet here.
But further back, like there's some low areas. Like some where the bulldozer come through and dug a trench whenever they were planting trees. And this place, this spot right here, it's pretty sunny. So let me show y'all the open air up there. Do y'all see that openness? So if it was worth thinking,
all the grass,
yeah, on the grass and everything. So we're thinking that there might be a natural spring here. We're gonna check it out. But anyway, so we're gonna get this checked out. That's gonna be one of our first investigations. Yeah, he still can't quit. He is so ready to get this place cleaned up. It's our first day. We're supposed to explore and enjoy it.
Yeah, but I'm a workaholic. That's the problem.
I know you are. So we're gonna continue looking, and that's one of the #1 places that we're gonna look at. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly. And y'all let me know if y'all think this really could be an underground spring.
Could dig it out and make a pond, really.
Alright guys, so there's the water. It's just a little bit of water running through here, okay? None of this other stuff is, I mean, it's wet, but it's not like sinking wet. It ain't muddy. But if you look straight up,
you can pretty much see that.
There is the sky. So this should be dried up.
And I think they didn't plant the pine trees when they planted the pine trees.
Probably because it was so wet.
It was so wet, and there was probably water in it. So,
because I know when
you can see around the perimeter of this water hole, you can see where the bulldozer that pulled the tree planter went around with their row around this area. Now, granted, I know a bulldozer ain't going through a swamp, without getting stuck. But,
I know whenever we used to plant trees, and I used to plant trees with Papa, he would go around the really muddy spots because once you get into some of that mud, you could get stuck.
Yeah, well, the machine's heavy. You got a buck rub right there.
Yeah, I know. I see
That's
it now.
the hot spot. I guarantee they're bedded down right in that brush right there.
Well, you ready to walk through it?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to scare them out now. I'd rather scare them out Saturday. I'll walk through it Saturday.
Yeah. We're going. So y'all let me know. And the water don't look like mucky, like muddy. I mean,
it's clean. I mean, this kind of grass grows in a wet area. So,
so it has to be constant water.
Yeah.
See if there's anything. You recording?
Oh yeah, we're just gonna wait. Daddy said he's gonna walk around to the other side. So we've done seen 3 rabbits. One of them was about stepped on it. And then 2 we just seen out of this brush pile. We're just having some fun. Nothing. Well, I guess that's it for right now. I do see a lot of downed pine trees in here because of the storm that we had the other day.
Watch out. Hold on, I'm gonna knock a tree over.
Hang on, let's see a tree.
Knock the rest of it down. Watch your head.
Yeah, you better watch your head. Now's even more dangerous, sir.
It ain't more dangerous. Don't get it down.
Push it down.
Yeah, and about come back on you.
I knew it was gonna do that.
I did that. I did that.
I'm still somewhat alive.
Yep, you can see the green on it.
We're still trying to find like a better location for a home site, you know. So we're gonna have to start clearing. We ain't gonna clear the pine trees out. We're gonna keep them because they're planted pine trees to make money on. So that's gonna be an income in probably 3 to 5 years, something like that. But we are going to thin some, like as in take the scrub ones out and the volunteers out. So when you do that, it allows the pine trees to grow bigger, grow faster, and grow taller. But as of right now, the rows are about 10 to 12 feet apart, and they're planted like every, what is that? What do you think? 4 to 6 feet?
It's well, it was 6 foot,
Yeah. Well, they were planted 6 foot apart.
so it's probably about 4 foot now.
They're about 4 foot apart now, but there's a lot of volunteers in there. You know, in between the rows, just from the pine cones falling, and it's, you know, germinates. But as of that, we're gonna take them volunteers out because that allows, you know, more for the other trees that are meant to grow big and strong. As you see in this location where I'm at, there ain't no volunteers other than this one right here. And the volunteers I'm saying is, there's one right here. This one right here is a volunteer. It's in between the rows because the other tree, that's, you can probably see, I'll share the camera. This is a row of pine trees right here, and then everything in here is the middle. And then this is another row of pine trees, which you can see in the camera. And everything in between can come out. So basically these 2 pine trees here are volunteers, just grew from a pine cone. They can come out. But other than that, that's going to be the first job on the new homestead. Dealing with that, and then we can have more of a layout of the land, as in seeing what direction is better to put here and what to put over there. So then we could, you know, start a driveway, because then we would figure out where we would want to put a house, a pole building, so and so forth, or how whatever we're going to have to live in. So that'll give us a better idea and a better layout of what it looks like, because as of right now, it's thick in here, and all these, pine trees, it's thick. But you can walk through it fine. It's just all these underbrush limbs don't allow you to see through it. And with the pine trees planted like this, if you limb up the bottoms, you'll be able to see through the whole property. And it's actually better for the pine tree, and you can get more money for it when you sell it. More money for the pine tree because there's going to be less knots in the wood. So they would be able to use it for lumber, or even we can use it for lumber. We were going to set a deer camera out, but Shannon, my wife, did not put new batteries in the camera. And we went to turn it on and the thing died, which it was working before we left the house. But we got Youth Day on Saturday, which is this Saturday coming up, January 8th. And we were going to take the girls out here, or at least, who's coming? Just Courtney this time?
Courtney. Gracie's
Gracie's got a coon hunt or a coon show she's going to with my wife's aunt, which is her great aunt. So that's going to be in a different location. She opted to do that rather than do the Youth Day. But that's fine. Whatever she wants to do is fine. So
Alright, well let's
we're gonna
walk around some more, I guess.
walk around some more, and so as of right now, we're looking for deer trails, deer rubs, deer scrapes. And
We're playing. That's what you want to call it.
I mean,
playing.
we're trying to see, bedding spots, for deer and their main runs, so we can see if we can harvest a deer on Saturday. Hopefully, Corny can get something Saturday, but if not, that's okay. I don't even know if I can. You have to be careful because the top spray can land on you like that one looks good.
Oh, so I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move backwards.
You like watching Daddy knock trees over?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably do it. Hopefully.
Easy. Try to get that little piece.
Alright, do your karate.
Yeah, right. That's pretty solid right there, man.